Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rick Kids Craft Corner. How is everyone doing today? I am doing a whip and chat, and I actually have a special guest coming on. As soon as my husband gets here, he'll be here soon enough. I'm not sure who else is going to be here. I feel completely 100% alone at the moment. My husband usually is watching, but everyone's been telling me they want to hear him. So I'm going to just start crocheting, and I usually go for an hour and a half, so we'll see how everything goes. Tomorrow I have a collab going on with Koala Crafts. I'll be doing that, and we'll be working on our little project together. Still nobody coming on. Okay. So until someone comes on, no one's here. I might send a message to I have nobody here for even my nobody. And but someone told me to make my husband more burgles. And I'll send a message to Renee too. I know she's right now burgles. Honey. Okay, so Audie is not on. No one's on right now. I'm completely doing this, I guess, by myself at the moment. Uh, Becca was on. Um, I don't know. Like I said, it's a whip and chat. It's crochet. And I got a message from Robert who said that he's not going to be on due to the fact that he went to a doctor's appointment. So I didn't half expect him on. So, and yeah, honey, a coffee would be great. Um, so Jeff is my crochet buddy. Well, not crochet buddy, but my special guest. I thought it would be nice to have him as my special guest, but not sure what's going on. No one's here. I feel completely alone. Um, anyway, I have so much going on today with schooling and everything, and yesterday I wasn't on because found out that my collab um, wasn't working with the time zone. So, and Deborah's not gonna be on, um, and not sure where Audie is. I miss everybody that used to come on all the time. And I'm doing crochet today. It is cold. It's 3 Celsius over here in Australia. I watch Fee off and on. She's in Australia. Trying to build myself up in the community still, but no one's on right now. But
just you and I, dear.
Yeah, just you and I. But I'm still not gonna stop because I mean this is at the moment. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I told Becca I was going to be on pretty quickly. So and my husband's coming in because he's going to be watching people chatting. And he's going to be talking. Right now he's making a cup of tea and then he'll be in here shortly. I got a lot of people telling me that they would like to hear my husband more often. So that was my special guest today. And we're thinking of making a full-time thing, but this is just a test run for him to see if he would be okay with being in this conversation. I'm not sure if Koala Crafts will come in and say hi. I just don't know. It's just so quiet right now. Oh well. I'll just keep talking. I'm sure someone will come in. Might have to talk to I might have to.
In the meantime, dear, you can talk to me.
Yeah, I'll talk to my husband.
That's right.
He knows how to keep me going.
I do.
And I need to move over so he can watch the chat.
Yes. Yes, that'll be interesting.
Even though right now there is no one in right now. Yeah, I mentioned that Jeff is going to be coming into the live. He will be doing the commentary, especially on my resin pours. That will be fun. But not to have anyone here is like, I don't know. Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? I was feeling completely alone there. Did you know that? I have a special guest today. I have a special guest coming in, and I think it'll make everyone happy when they hear his voice.
Well, I don't know about that. You could maybe. Well,
I don't know. I think they're probably watching Shailene. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if I should change my time on my WIP and chats. But the thing is, I wanted to be there for everyone, no one's here. And I felt completely alone.
Here's the thing, we're always going to cross over someone's time.
Yeah.
There's always someone somewhere in the known universe, apparently, loading up onto YouTube.
Yep.
Or going live, or whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah, and now for the commentary person.
This is a problem.
Here you go.
Yes, dear. This is one of the problems I find with like 7 billion people in the world, 4 billion of which actually have access to the the internet, and probably 3 billion of which are on YouTube at this moment. Some of which are uploading. I think they said, I'm not sure. Now, I'm making this number up off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I heard this at one stage. I think YouTube gets uploaded with 3 million videos per day. And I'm sort of starting to wonder, when are they going to run out of room? Oh, better make sure I pick up this cup. The other cup contains coffee. Okay? Coffee. This is my experience with coffee. Coffee smells good. It even relatively looks good. Okay? And then I put it in my mouth. And I go, coffee, you lied to me! And I have to spit it out. So I avoid coffee, generally speaking.
So what's going on is I figured it's because Shailene is on, and I don't know.
Okay, so if you heard that from my lovely wife, yeah, Shailene is on. How long is Shailene on for, dear?
I don't know.
Another hour?
Another
5
hour?
minutes?
I don't know.
All day? She's a talking robot and just keeps going 24/7? What is
I
it?
don't know.
You don't know? You don't know Shailene?
I don't know.
You should get on and ask her.
I mean, I don't like that we're going over each other, but
Does she sit there like with bleary eyes going, somebody please get me out of this chair? Send help. We could ask, we could type it up over the thing. Shailene, if you're being held hostage, blink once for yes and twice for no. You know? You never know.
She says till 7 p.m.
Till 7 p.m., but
which is in 30 minutes.
okay. All right. Well then, yeah, obviously her kidnappers are letting her have a break at that stage. So that's all right. That's good. I mean, not good that she's been kidnapped. It's good that she's taking a break.
Oh, brother. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever time that is over here. 2.5 hours or what?
Would you believe it's after 8:30 already? Or is it 8:13? I can't quite make that. 8:13.
8:13.
8:13. That's good. How long are we on for?
Hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
Yep.
I'll have used up my quota of words for the day in an hour and a half. I'll just be talking along. I said,
by the way,
it's a 2,000 word limit. You know that, right?
This is going to be my commentary because I can't seem to talk when I'm doing my resin pours.
I know. I got this one. Let me guess. Hold on. Is it me?
You. Very good.
That's a 3-hour show, isn't it?
2.5 hours.
So, I might have to learn how to like ride a unicycle or something to be more entertaining. They can't see me riding a unicycle though. Now that I think about it though, pouring resin while riding a unicycle is probably not a good mix.
Well, you don't pour resin. I do the pouring. You do the talking. You do the commentary of what I'm doing.
Okay, so there's no reason why I can't ride a unicycle around an area where you're pouring really dangerous stuff. Not a problem. If you're going to get me closer to that thing...
I know! Audience missing out!
I might have to move this little desk or something, or you might have to move over a fraction. I can't get quite close enough to your computer, your little laptop, to see what people are actually writing. Technical difficulties?
Not really.
Oh, slightly. Lost the thing off my head while I was moving. There we go. It's back. Loud and clear.
The thing is, I don't like upsetting anybody, and I feel like I'm probably upsetting Shailene, but I don't color. I never touch coloring.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only problem.
Is that basically what she's doing? She's got like a big colouring book for adults or something?
Yep.
Why is it for adults?
I don't know.
Do you know what? I've seen the colouring books for children, and they always tell the children, you got to stay between the lines. And I'm like, then don't put lines there.
Deborah, have we ever figured out what's going on?
What are you doing?
I know, Deborah. I know it's only you.
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about coloring. Jeff is trying to figure out
Why is colouring a thing?
why is coloring a thing.
I can colour.
Uh,
As long as someone tells me, okay, this is the blue pen.
but that's for anxiety. She's doing it for
Is
anxiety.
she?
Yeah.
Really?
That's how she gets rid of her anxiety, I guess.
Well, that's good. I mean, it would be a calming motion. You're sitting there, and all you're doing is brushing a little pencil back and forth across the
Well, it's
paper.
kind of like when you're diamond painting.
Hmm. I think if you can get yourself in the proper position, like where you just back and forth and just generally talk, I reckon I could do that. Maybe I should do a colouring channel.
Maybe.
Except for you would have to tell me what colour I've actually got hold of.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of sit there going, Jeff, no, that's the green one. And I'll be sitting there going, yeah, you sure? Because it looks purple to me. Or maybe you could just like not tell me and I could make it all these fantastic colours based on what I think it is. It is relaxing. I have to agree, it is relaxing.
I never could get into coloring. I was more relaxed doing resin work.
Do you know what I find? Do you know what I find relaxing? Sitting there reading to myself. Do you think I could get somebody like looking at my facial expressions while I read a book silently to myself?
Wouldn't it be? I think you probably would get more subscribers than I do.
I'd have to talk though. I'd have
No,
to
you
describe what I'm reading at some point. I should do a channel period. Yes, I probably should.
But the thing is,
I tend to be political if I do stuff myself.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes my politics.
And no one likes his politics.
No, I like my politics. You like my politics. I'm a kingdom politics person, and if anybody ever wants me to explain that, I will send I don't know. They can invite via email or they can ask me a question in Facebook.
Yeah.
And do you have a Facebook link under here? You don't, do you? Not really.
Not technically, no.
They could ask me on Instagram and you can pass it along. How's that?
Yeah.
Which means they ask you first.
Yeah. And I could say, hey everyone, my husband's going to be on.
Want to know what my controversial views are on various items going on around the world? Please ask me. And let's just hope people are generally open-minded.
Yeah. We've had a lot of closed-minded people.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with being closed-minded. I am, for example, closed-minded about 2 + 2 = 4. You cannot change my opinion on that no matter how you try. 2 + 2 = 4. Now, why am I closed-minded on that? Because I'm right. And this is why it's not a good idea to get political with me. I suffer from the fact that sometimes, and I have to watch myself, sometimes my brain is wired directly to my mouth. So I just say what's in there, which is a reason why I don't generally talk very much most of the time. And so when I'm online and I see, and I'm watching something that I enjoy, and I see somebody put up a comment that I totally disagree with, I have this urge to actually write back and tell them what I think of it. And so I do. And then I delete the comment before I post it. Sometimes. Sometimes I just adjust it and and then I put it up and then I go, I feel better. I've helped educate some moron somewhere in the known universe. And I'm not sure why that's relevant to anybody.
Don't you hate that?
Well, that's right. I do hate that. I hate, and this is the thing to remember. Very important thing to remember. People with different opinions to you may not be complete morons. I operate on the concept that everybody is at least as intelligent as I am. Mm-hmm. Everybody. Okay? And except for like the very unfortunate, people can be born with some kind of genetic disorder. But that's rare. If you're born genetically normal, you are at least as intelligent as I am. That is my assumption.
By the way, Deborah, I had a question for you, hon.
Oh, here we go. You're on the spot, Deborah. Are you ready?
Do you want to do a collab together? Since I mean, you always come on my lives and everything, and we got to figure out what's going on. If I have to, I will work on Zoom. I will work on Zoom if I have
Okay,
to.
you got a sure answer.
Yep, I read
Okay.
sure.
So what kind of collab are we going to talk about then?
Oh, this collab with the kitties. I'm not doing.
Oh.
Yesterday I felt really completely long sigh, very long sigh. Mm. Um, I was told that
What on earth was in
my
between?
time zone was wrong.
Which is blatantly ridiculous. Clearly, our time zone is right and the other time zones are wrong.
Hmm.
Because, as everybody knows, Australia rules the world, right?
You're almost done with it? I'm not even almost done with it. I am that slow.
Okay. So, in the interest of a collab, we need you to slow down. Okay? Oh, we've got Diamond Queen 2020 comes on. Said, hey everyone.
Hi, Diamond Queen 2020. You and I need to get in touch with each other.
You didn't actually have to say, hey everyone. You could have just said, hey Deborah. Although, I mean, if you're talking to us as well, you then need to say, hey Riv and hey Jeff.
And by the way, we are planning on every week, every whip and chat and every resin pouring to have Jeff as my guest.
Mm.
People have been telling me I've been feeling like something's wrong with my channel. I really have been.
Mm. Do you know what?
Hi, Audie.
I found a little bit of trivia the other day. Do you know what an ancient word for butler was, which is how I sometimes act in your presence? It was a Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Batman.
Mm-hmm. Funny.
I'm not old enough to be Batman. He's been around since the 1940s. But, you know, Batman.
So, Jeff and I have been talking, and depending on how he's doing today, if he liked it or not.
Mm.
Read what Audie said.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day, and good evening, and good night to everybody who's around. Hello, Oddie. Nice to have you.
Now, if Helen ever comes back, I found the pieces.
Oh, good.
My word, I misplaced JB Collins pieces, and I was so disappointed with myself.
Mm.
You can ask my husband. I was like, "Where is my stuff? Where is my stuff?"
Well, JB Collins found out that you misplaced a lot of her stuff.
No.
Does she pay attention to your like? Does she
Not
watch these things?
always. No.
She might never find out then.
Well, I do want.
Okay, so JB Collins, if you're listening, even to the replay, they were never missing.
So what I've been thinking about is to have my husband be part of the whipping chats and part of the resin pourings.
Mm-hmm. Now, if anybody's watching what she's actually doing here, which is the crocheting, to me it looks like she's using a very dark blue. And do you want to tell them what you're actually making?
A shawl.
A shawl. Okay. SHAWL shawl.
Oh,
And then,
sorry, made it jump.
one of the things I find amazing about crocheting is that if you make a mistake, you can just grab hold of one piece of it and unravel it, which is why I try to never wear anything that's been crocheted. Just in case.
Everyone's saying yay.
Oh.
Well, what happened was we were you remember that Sparkle-a-thon? I know a lot of people didn't join the Sparkle-a-thon, but when we were doing the Sparkle-a-thon, Rebecca comes on Crafting Journey, and she goes, "Make Jeff your regular."
Mm-hmm.
And I've been feeling like I have been missing, I didn't know what to do to bring people onto my channel. I kept
Mm-hmm.
saying, okay, I'm doing something wrong.
Mm.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I just feel
There's
I
nothing wrong with
started.
you, dear.
I just felt like
You might be slightly crazy because you married me, but apart from that, I haven't been able to find anything wrong. Who do you think we can get to come refresh my cup of tea?
what?
What? Who? Where? When? And why? I should make Jeff.
Diamond Queen, no. No, 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 no. My husband is not going to be that type of a spectacle.
Mm-hmm. Besides, I don't think that it'd be a sight worth seeing, personally.
What? What do you mean no?
What?
Okay, I lost something here.
Deborah's saying, no. Oddie's saying, Deborah, no. But I think. No, she said, hi, Oddie, look up in the conversation to see what I was going to tell you. There you go.
Okay, I'm kind of confused.
Well, I have to scroll it back up, and I'm not going to scroll it back up. You can scroll it back up if you want. You want to reach over? Move it around.
No.
You're busy. You're tied into your crochet hook.
Yeah, and the thing is,
I know how crocheting works, by the way. You grab a piece of wool, you grab a special little device called a crochet hook, and you wave them around each other until you get a shawl. That's how it works.
yeah, I think I made the right choice.
Uh-huh.
Bringing my husband onto the show.
Can I just say this is a very girly room.
I am not making it manly.
It's got like lace curtains and, decorated walls, at least in part.
Honey,
There's
there's not gonna be no man cave for
crafting
you.
supplies everywhere. That stuff over there, I mean, that's glitter. That even looks like a makeup. I know it's not. You don't have any makeup in here.
I don't wear makeup.
I don't wear makeup, so that's two of us. and then on the desk, you've got these like. Has anyone ever seen a more girly pair of scissors? Look at these things, right? Girly. This is the shape of a little stalk or something.
Yep, pretty much.
Uh-huh. And then there's a couple of cutesy little lion cubs on a diamond painting here, ready to go as soon as the crocheting's done.
Oh, are you talking about Deborah saying that she's gonna keep Jeff all to herself?
Uh-huh. Well.
That's what they're saying. No.
Oh, okay. It's a very, very long way to Australia, and I'm already spoken for.
Yeah, he's happily married to me.
Mm-hmm. My wife will tear your eyes out. Or something out, anyway. Leave it to your imagination what that might be. Now, can I just say, I've just run out of tea. That's a very bad thing. It's an hour to go. So if I start getting dry and I need to go get myself something else, I'll have to vanish for a little bit.
You can go get your tea.
Oh, I can? Yeah?
Go ahead and get your tea.
You'll undo the handcuffs?
What handcuffs?
Oh, sorry.
And your commentator will be back.
There are no handcuffs. We promise.
Now you're making it sound kinky. Ah, yes, that's what you said. Yeah, you have Jeffrey to yourself. Nope, Audie's here now. She gets to enjoy. And, yeah. So, Jeff and I have been doing a lot of talking, and when it comes to my lives, like my whipping chats, or I don't know how to make underwear on yarn. Just don't. And what's sad is this is one thing my husband will tell you about crochet. He found out that it unravels too easy. But yeah, he'll be back. Trust me, your commentator will be back. But yeah, I had Crafting Journey says make him a regular in your lives. So after deep discussion with my husband, Jeff said he will try it out, see if he'll enjoy it, and then he'll become a regular on my lives. We will be doing resin pouring, and he'll be doing the commentating over my resin pouring, because you know what happens when I resin pour. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's amazing to me. Anyways, as I was just saying, so what always happens when I'm resin pouring? Do I talk much? Anyone who watches my lives or anyone who's in here, do I talk much when I do the resin pouring? Because what happened was I don't talk much when I do the resin pouring, because I get very involved in my resin pouring. I'm paying attention. So guess who's going to be the commentator on my resin pourings? He'll be going, and trust me, he'll get you guys busting up laughing and everything.
Mhm.
Busting up laughing and everything.
Yes. Have to make up some of the funniest things I can think about resin pouring.
Oh, I don't think you have to make up anything for a resin pouring.
No. And talk about the intense look of concentration on your face.
That you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know for a fact Audie will be coming in no matter what for the resin pouring. Am I right, Audie? Knowing that you have a commentator now?
Do you know what I could do? You know,
What?
I could make up a channel and ask people to send me their jokes, and I'll read them live on air or something.
Oh, that would be
That
good.
could work.
That could work.
I was even thinking about it earlier. So if I want some Australian ones, I could say, you know, call it jokes from blokes. But no, then I thought, no, that's pretty sexist because women tell jokes too.
Yeah, well, remember, we were watching Fee from Oz,
Mm-hmm.
or Fee from Diamond in the Rough,
Uh-huh.
and she, of course, was doing the jokes.
Yeah.
And one she said was very, very naughty. I'm like, oh, that's naughty.
Mm-hmm. Turned your ears blue, didn't it? There.
Not blue. It just
Red, pink.
my face turned red.
Face turned red.
So I'm gonna give you back to your commentator now.
Mm-hmm.
And here is Jeff.
There we go.
And you know what? I've noticed that a lot of people jokes from folks. Yeah,
Jokes from folks, that works. There we go.
that work really good. And
I
know for a fact that Audie would be willing to send you something on Facebook or something. And we could make it a daily, not a daily thing, but we can make it a, I don't know.
Hey, look. We had a little message from the computer just then talking about virus protection.
Ignore them.
Mm.
This is my old computer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it.
Yep. I'm not worried about it.
Oh, okay. I want Jeff to tell you what happened yesterday. It was hilarious.
Which particular thing?
You were griping at the computer.
I was. I didn't consider it hilarious at the time, though.
No.
What happened was my computer has been giving trouble starting, so I've been deliberately leaving my computer on. Just on. You know, it goes into sleep mode after a while, and that's fine. You know, screen goes blank and everything. It was on. But then, what was it, about 6?
Yeah, we had a
bit after 6?
We
had a short blackout.
We had a short blackout.
Yeah, everything went off, including my computer.
Including my computer.
Yes, well, no, your computer stayed on because your computer is a laptop and has battery backup. Mine is not a laptop; it's a desktop, and so it just went blink and went off and went. Oh, well, that's no fun.
Now, mention about my Patreon on here.
She's not on here.
Doesn't matter. We always mention her.
We do. We mention Renee every time.
Yes.
Thank you, Renee. Hopefully you'll be listening at some point.
And Renee is one of my Patreons. And
Well, you can tell her about it. There you go.
One of the things on if you become my Patreon is that you will get a video or a picture of Kira Cahel, which is our little Siamese fighting fish. We only have one pet at the moment.
Is
We
he
will have
Siamese?
more.
I thought he was Australian.
Sorry, the fighting fish.
Because he was hatched in Australia, that makes him an Australian.
I don't know if he was hatched in Australia.
I don't know if he's a fighting fish either.
He is a fighting fish.
He kind of just swims around. The other fish go, hey dude. There's only one other fish though, so I suppose that...
Yeah, and that one's hilarious. Oh, and we have a little snail in there now.
Mm-hmm.
And what's hilarious is one of them, and I really do think it is Spot that hits it.
The Corridora.
The Corridora goes and hits.
It's like a little miniature catfish.
That hits the little snail.
Tries to knock it off the wall.
And knocks it off the wall.
It's like, how rude. I think he thinks it's a piece of gravel that's defying gravity.
In the Patreon, you get to see the snail, the Corridora, the
who wants to see the underside of a snail? It's kind of this gross little footpad thing. We can maybe censor that bit for sensitive audiences or something. Say here's the full uncut video, and here's the censored one where you don't see the underside of the snail.
Oh, brother.
And they can choose. Anyway, we were talking about the computer.
Anyways, I wanted to finish on the
Patreon. Yeah, more advertising.
More advertising. And the other thing is when you get on Patreon, you get to watch the unmoldings, aka me unmolding these things.
Okay, there's another little benefit too.
That's another little benefit, and I'm thinking about doing a early release, so people in the Patreon gets to see the early unboxings and stuff, and then unlist it and let everyone else see it.
Like what, a week later?
Like the day later.
Day later, 2 days, next year.
I've been thinking about that, so I really want to talk to Renee over that one.
Mm-hmm. But don't you send people who say sign up for a certain amount of time? They get
so if you go on to the dolphin one, I have a dolphin one.
Is that the lowest level?
That's the highest level.
Okay, I've got to tell people these things.
The highest level is the dolphin. The second level is the platypus, and the third level, which is the lowest one, is the koala.
How much does it cost?
Now the koala costs $9, I believe, Australian.
Which is a lot less than US, trust me.
Oh yeah. US dollars is like $5.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets higher
per month.
Okay, so what happens is when you do get the Patreon, that's okay, Deborah. I also have a unique one called Buy Me a Coffee, which you have bought me a coffee, so
thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. As I was just saying, so there's Buy Me a Coffee. I also have that in case anyone doesn't want to do Patreon. That's Buy Me a Coffee. Now, I've been a member of Crafting Journeys, Patreon, and also Crashly's Patreon. That's the only two I'm on.
Okay.
Well, anyways, back to what I was saying. With the Patreon, you also get a free gift from me. Delivered. So
don't have to come and pick it up.
So if you've been on it for a year, you get a free custom gift.
Can you imagine if it wasn't delivered? So it's yours free, but you have to show up. So from wherever you are, hop on a plane to Australia, we recommend landing in the Brisbane airport, and then it's only a 2.5-hour drive. So, you can either try to drive. In Australia, we drive on the left-hand side of the road. You won't be able to have the steering wheel, according to the USA people, would be on the wrong side. According to the English people, you'll be perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Or you'll have to get a cab or a limousine or a bus. But incidentally, the bus will only take you so far because there is no bus service to this town that I know of. So at some point, you'll have to get off the bus and either hitchhike, get a lift, or take a cab.
I'm hearing his full-on Australian right about now.
And so I'm guessing, for a round trip ticket of say round trip of say about $3,000 all up, roughly, you can have a $20. We'll make it a $50 piece if you show up.
$50 piece.
You'll have something to take home, especially made just for you. Okay, I haven't even included the room and board that you'd have to pay for while you're here. There's a nice little caravan park in town. You could try that. And three hotels. So, hands up if you think it's worth it. Probably not the round trip. What is that? Oh, Instagram. Instagram said something.
Yeah, I miss Jerry Bear. She used to watch me a lot, too.
Somebody liked your photo.
Yeah, I know.
That's very nice.
Yeah, it is.
Is that a photo of you? Or no, it's not a photo of you. It's got to be a photo of a little baby dolphin, isn't it?
No.
No? What's the photo of?
Photo is of anything that I make on, right now I'm doing Smashing the Specials.
Mm-hmm.
Negative on that.
Oh, well, Well, if you ever do happen to be, in Australia,
we would be willing
that's
to...
right. Have a go. Come.
We would be willing to allow someone to stay in the guest room.
That's right.
So it's not really, you don't have to pay for anyone to go and stay.
No.
In something else.
But we're not paying for the plane ticket.
No.
And we're definitely not paying for the limousine. Forget it.
What limo?
I didn't tell you about the limo, did I?
Oh, brother.
That's because I haven't got one. Oh, it was worth a shot.
What?
Well, we could start hosting events here. People could come visit.
Yeah.
We could. Can you imagine if we showed up at the local art club with like 50 people all at once, crammed into that little room? That'd be entertaining. Anytime, Deborah. No worries at all.
No, like I was saying, my goal is, so basically if you go into the platypus one, sorry,
Platypus.
I said platy.
You did. You might have said platypus. Platypus. That'd be like a Scottish platypus.
No, I said platy.
Said.
It's platypus. Anyways,
It's
if you're part of the platypus one, you get a free custom after 6 months. The other one is if you are
we could make a mascot out of it. We could have Peter Plady, the Scottish platypus in Australia.
And the other one is the dolphin one, and the dolphin one is every 3 months you pay into the Patreon, and you get once every 3 months a custom handmade gift from me.
Okay.
So that's what all happens with that whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Very true. So, what kind? I'm going to go back to this. If I'm going to commentate here, I need to know what kind of stitch are you doing here?
This is called the shell stitch.
Shell. Shell.
Yeah, shell.
Shell stitch. Why is it called a shell stitch?
I'll show you.
Okay. We're going to learn something.
It looks like a shell.
What kind of shell? Is it a cowrie? A scallop? Looks like a scallop.
It looks like a scallop.
Could be a scallop shell. What happened to the scallop? Can
Um,
you make the scallop too?
no.
I like scallops. Unfortunately, scallops are not kosher.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't always been Messianic Hebrew, which is what we actually believe. And so we did eat, well, at least I did. I did eat scallops occasionally. I really like scallops. It was one of my favorite
I used to
seafoods.
like lobster.
Hmm.
I used to. Not anymore. Haven't touched
Okay.
lobster for over 9 years.
Mind you, that said, I think one of the more interesting things I ever ate was baby squid.
Oh, brother.
Little squid, no longer than my little finger. In fact, most of them not even that long. Whole squid.
Oh,
Head, tentacles, eyes, everything.
yeah.
Cooked in
I
some
got
kind of
you
white
beat.
sauce.
I got you beat.
Now, that was at a friend's place. Okay, a couple of friends from the Orient who decided very nicely to invite me to their place and cook me a meal. And I'm happy to say I very manfully made my way through that entire meal, and most of it was good. And technically speaking, the little baby squid were cooked really well. The only problem was that they were in fact little baby squid. So are you going to describe just briefly, since this is a crocheting video, what the exact technique for making a shell is? Shell stitch, so that people know.
Well, I'm going to take a 2-minute breather from this one.
Oh.
Because I haven't.
Oh, put her on the spot and she just folds under the pressure.
No, I'm
She's
not.
got to start
folding.
again.
I'm not folding.
Not folding. Okay, what are we doing?
I'm not folding.
Okay, watch.
I just made the shell stitch in this thing right here.
Yeah, okay.
See?
I'll show everybody. Put it on the camera.
Oh, burgles.
I'll get it. I'll get it out of your coffee. That's my tea. She's just threw the whole thing. I'm glad that it had a wide thing on it because she nearly dropped it in my tea. I do not intend sucking the tea out of, cloth. You'd have to wash it. And you didn't think it was going to be funny. Anyway, you're the funny one, dear. I don't throw things into beverages.
Oh, please.
Okay, now did you see what she did there? Did everybody see what she did there with the loop, with the putting the thing on?
Okay.
Okay, very carefully, very slowly. Here we go.
Slow as can be.
See what she's doing?
I go
Wrap it around.
underneath and I pull over.
Okay.
Boom.
And if the crochet hook wasn't in the way, that thing would just collapse, which is how most crochet is, as far as I can tell. And then she pulls it through, and she winds it around, what appears to be backhanded to me, and then pulls it through again, and winds it around, and pulls it through again through the same loop each time. And at some point, are you still doing shell stitch? What's going on? Yeah, just one. My funny meter is at 1. Most of the time. I have to concentrate to do this. This is not shell stitch, is it? Is it?
Not
What is it?
yet.
What are we doing now? What is this? Is this chain stitch?
I'm doing a chain stitch at the moment.
Look at that. That's about the only other one I know. I know the kitty cat stitch. Like once I see it, but isn't that's like knitting though, isn't it?
I will be teaching the kitty cat stitch.
Oh, you will.
Yeah.
Is it done with a crochet hook?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
All right. Because I've seen it in knitting.
You have?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I thought it was only in the crochet.
I don't know. Ask a knitter if they can knit kitty cat stitch.
Probably.
It's called kitty cat stitch because if you look at it, it looks like kitty cats.
I'm just using this color to do as a little test run.
Now, to me, this looks like a kind of aqua, like a very light green or something.
It is a very light green.
Very light green.
Good.
Awesome. I can spot some colors. Not all of them.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
And then?
Then you go over here and you go 1, 2, and you go over here and you make it like that.
Push through where you've already been.
Yeah, you have to go in through there, and then you make this little boom boom, and wait, no, boom boom right in there.
The boom boom was a boo boo.
What?
What? You said not through there. That's a boo-boo.
Okay, and then you go in here. Well, actually, no, you're right. It is a boo-boo.
And here we go. It's just the whole thing unpulls just like that. What the heck?
Okay, I'm going to count
Okay.
because I have to count.
You do have to count.
And I normally don't have to count.
Because you're paying attention.
1, 2. You can count.
What do I want to count for?
3.
I already know how to count. I can count to 100.
4.
On a good day, I can count to 1,000. After that, it gets
6,
boring.
7, 8,
8,
9,
9,
10,
10,
11.
11. Why an odd number? Don't you do even numbers in crochet?
12.
12.
13.
Stop giggling. This is supposed to be a serious video. This is a teaching instructions here.
15. 16. 17. 18.
I'll tell them when you get to 20.
19. And 20.
20.
Okay, so you have to do 3 extras. So
What's an extra?
3 extra chains.
Why don't you just count to 23?
You have to go to 20 and never mind. 1, 2, 3.
Is that for the really young listeners who can't count up, beyond 20,
So you go
and they start again?
and you go over here, and then you go over into this.
How far back is that? Is that like 4 stitches back, 5 stitches back? How far back are we talking?
We are going 3 stitches back.
3 stitches back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you go. Okay, so basically you have your little loop around,
Mm-hmm.
and you go in. Then you take a loop there
And pull it back through.
Pull it through.
Mm-hmm.
And you pull this through.
Uh-huh.
And then you pull this through.
Until you run out of loops.
And then you do one more loop. Do that. Go under. I'm messing up. You're making me mess up.
Don't blame me. You invited me. Okay, so I'm going to let you just do it this time without saying a thing. You just do it like you normally would.
I'm trying to remember. I'll make it one more.
How not to crochet. Rule number 1. Do not have your husband sitting right there as a distraction. Or your wife, depending on, A, what gender you are, and B, what gender you prefer.
Okay.
Okay.
What I was doing.
Okay.
So,
Just watch. Don't listen to what she says. She gets it wrong.
never mind. I'll just.
She gets it right when she's just doing it. If she has to talk to me at the same time, it's a schmozzle. If anybody actually knows what a schmozzle is, that's a word I use occasionally, and I'm not really sure what it actually means, but I think it means a mess.
So you take 1 extra stitch there, and then you go to the next 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then you go in, and then you go in.
Just out of curiosity, what happens when you get back to the very, very start of the string?
I'll show you.
You will? Awesome.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I might learn something.
Yeah, you will.
I personally doubt it very much. Because for those who don't know, there's a reason I don't knit.
Crochet.
Or crochet. When I was very young, I was watching my mother. Well, relatively young. I was about 8. I was watching my mother, who was knitting. I was fascinated by the way that her fingers were just flying around these 2 needles, and something was appearing underneath them, made out of just one long strand of wool. I'm going, I want to try that. So my mother quite happily got another set of knitting needles and tried to teach me very patiently for about half an hour. After about half an hour, I'd managed to tie one of the strings onto the needle, one of the needles, and put 2 loops on, and then I messed up and couldn't figure out how to go backwards. And we both decided at that point that maybe it would be better if I went off and played instead and let my mother do the knitting. I haven't been back to it since. And I just look at stuff and I just go, I watched you do it, but I still don't know how. It just, my brain, at some point, my brain sort of goes, nope. And the funny thing is like, say, like 2 years later, we were doing macrame in school. I actually made a macrame owl, and it had like beads for eyes and a nose, and I managed to tie it off. But I'm telling you now, the teacher had to come round and help me lots of times.
Macrame.
Well, that's what do you call it? Yeah, macrame. My wife just called it macrame. I'm going to call it macrame. If you want to know how it is actually pronounced, go ask someone who is French, which I'm not, because I'm pretty sure it's a French word because it's got one of those little accents over the e. So you can tell it's French. Macrame. You met a French person one day and you said, "Hey, how do you say this word?" And they said macrame, and you said, "Thank you very much." It's all right. And you've been using your pronunciation of the French to impress people with ever since. I can do French. I can say, look, here we go. Je m'appelle Jeff. Comment ça va? Ça va? Oui? Eh bien.
Muy poquito español.
You foreigner. What are you doing Spanish? This is France. Let me see your passport. I demand your papers. Oh, no, right. We don't do that sort of stuff. No. We are not customs officers.
No.
We're custom people.
1, 2.
We're very unique. There's only 2 of us in the world. One of you, one of me.
Yep.
I don't even have a twin. You had one.
I did.
You did. My father has a twin.
Yep.
Mm.
His father is a twin.
Mm-hmm. I used to confuse people that I know about. This is very simple maths. Okay, see who can tell me exactly what's going on in this situation, and see if you can work it out. I have a sister and a brother. My brother has a sister and a brother, but my sister has 2 brothers and no sisters. What's going on?
Is this your defense mechanism?
For what? What do I need to defend myself from?
I'm talking about when you do the jokes and everything. It's part of your defense mechanism.
Possibly. I've never actually analysed it. Excuse me, can we have a shrink in the chat, please? I need to be psychoanalyzed. At least according to my wife. Although I'm not sure I can trust her opinion since she's not a psychoanalyst either. What's this? It says, my mum and aunt are twins. There you go. Now, are they identical twins? Diamond Queen? Or what do they call it? Fraternal.
Fraternal.
I've got an aunt and used to have an uncle that were fraternal twins.
There's identical and fraternal. You asked what they were.
Yeah, I didn't ask what they were. No, I said I was asking Diamond Queen if her mother and aunt were identical or fraternal.
Yeah, but you were having a hard time trying to remember what it was called.
We're good. We got... What? One has become the other? What? What's that last word? I can't read it.
Hi, Rachel. Yeah, we are right now teaching. My husband wanted to know how to crochet the the shell stitch. So I'm doing the shell stitch right now.
Well, technically, I didn't want to know. I just want to know how you do it. There's no way I'm doing it. That's not going to happen. All right? You think that's going to happen? You forget that idea right now. Okay? I do commentary. I do not need to tangle my fingers up and have somebody try to, unsnip all the wool from my fingers afterwards, trying to figure out what the heck happened.
So, yeah, she answered your question, huh?
Did she? What have we got? So likely they're fraternal. Either that or one's got access to really good dye. Oh, so one has become the other sex. Okay. Is that a recent thing?
I think I did 3 there.
Oh.
No, that's not right.
You may have to redo that bit there.
No.
What have you done? I don't even know why I asked you what you've done because I wouldn't understand the answer anyway.
No, you wouldn't.
The people watching might though, so maybe you could tell them.
Yeah.
Do you know what you've done? Well, whatever it is you've done, all you have to do is pull it back and fix it.
Yep.
It's a brilliant part of crochet. You just sort of.
I love it.
So you just rip it backwards.
I love about crochet.
I know, and it's the one thing that really scares me about crochet. Just unravel it, no problem at all.
It's the same way with knitting.
I'm sure it is.
Hi, Ginger.
What do you got?
And hi, Robert.
Oh, yes, definitely people came in. Quite a few people came in.
Yep. We have a commentator here, guys.
Really? Who? You should see the look on her face when I do that. I'm a commentator.
Yes. Ginger.
I am?
You're the commentator.
That's awesome. Do you know how much commentators get paid? I hear it's around the $50 an hour mark.
Don't go that way. Don't you do it to me.
do you know the problem with that though? It was like if you have a joint bank account kind of deal, which we technically don't because banks are weird sometimes here in Australia.
Oh my word! Talk about banks. We can't seem to get a bank together at all.
But we might be able to now. Be a different matter now, but we're sort of like, yeah, whatever. This works. We do actually have 2. Am I right?
Yeah, we are in Bendigo together.
And we have the business bank account.
And we have
the NAB account is
NAB.
together. Yeah, so we have that. But if I was to be paid, say, $50 an hour out of the business bank account, I would have to deposit it straight back in.
Audie is so sweet. Now you're getting paid in smiles, Jeffrey.
There better be kisses too. That's all I'm saying.
From me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, smiles from them. Giggles and kisses from you. They can giggle if they want. That's on their own time.
So I've been thinking a lot of how to upgrade my my videos, my lives. And I talked to my husband, and we discussed it, and he's planning on being a regular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right, and not the plain kisses.
We don't do that online. How was the doctor's, by the way, Robert? So anyway, and this is what you call the shell. I love doing the shell because shells are. It's an easy stitch.
It's a pretty stitch.
Once you get it started.
What's this one going to be, dear? It's another shawl?
No.
You're just stitching.
This was to show them how to make the stitch.
Just stitching so that. I see the shells connect like in an upside down fashion.
What do you mean?
Give me a look. Just hold it still for a second. Oh no, it's just staggered. Each shell builds on top of each other. It's the same sort of flared shape at the top.
Yeah.
The one at the end looks funny.
The end one, I was trying to remember how to do it. So, yeah.
Oh, no more comments so far.
So, how did the doctor's appointment go? So, anyways, yeah, I've been talking to my husband over my YouTube, and we discussed. And while I was on Sparklethon,
Yep.
oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Robert.
What? 0? Wow.
No blood flow?
None at all.
Oh, that's scary. So basically, no circulation at all.
It's got to be something. I suppose it's pooling, but it's not flowing.
Yeah.
I hope there's special exercises or something you can do that to fix it up. What did the doctor recommend in that case? Almost sounds like the arteries in the veins don't work.
Yeah, sounds like it.
That's kind of rare.
That is. That is rare. But it's just to show you how to make these. I love making this one, the shell one, because it's actually so easy to make. It's just when you start it, it's not easy. But once it goes, it's easy.
Yep.
So yeah, and I'm keeping track of the time too.
Well, what is it? It's 9:07. You got about 23 minutes.
23 minutes. Thank you. I don't go over anyone's lives. I try not to. Although it seems that I do go over someone's lives.
You're always going to go over someone's life, right? You know, the only way to not go over someone's lives, right, would be to contact everybody who's putting a YouTube channel up and say, look, this spot in this time zone, this is mine, and the rest of you are just going to have to figure it out.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Ouch.
Yeah, he was in shock over what his doctor told him. What? Sorry, got called to do something for Mum.
You mean you got really surprised by what your doctor told you?
Yeah, well, apparently. So, Deborah, assuming it's nice to have your mother visiting for a while? Next Tuesday, so meaning another whole week?
Now, what do I do with these? Now, I have this thing right here.
You have somebody else just arrived
Hi,
there.
Robin. How are you doing?
Yes, good morning, good day, good evening, and good night, Robin.
She's over in the United States, so most likely it's
Evening, going to bed on evening.
Yeah, going on.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I talked to my husband, and we are planning on doing talking doing lives together.
Which we are.
Which we are.
We've started.
Mm-hmm.
First, well, second one technically. I did one with you the other day. That counts.
Yes, you did one.
I did.
You did. Hi, Lisa.
This is the first official one after we decided that we were going to.
Yeah. On my resin pours, definitely gonna have a commentator, because seriously, I actually go quiet when I do my resin pours.
I can imagine. I can imagine the commentating for that.
So, and Jeff, the answer to your question. Hi, Becca.
Oh, yes and no. Okay. Well, happy and not so much.
So that's just showing you how you go about making this special stitch. My husband doesn't understand this. He doesn't understand why, when you make a mistake, someone goes and rip it all out.
Well, I understand why they do it. I just understand how they do it. I don't understand why it's possible. I mean, to me, you should have to untie it, not
Well,
just
it's the same way.
just
It's
pull
the
and
same way
unravel.
with your beautiful sweater your mom made you
That's true.
with knitting. It's
Mm.
easy to pull out.
I have a sweater, by the way, which is probably older than some of the people listening. Okay, it's now. Let me just do a quick workout. 33 years old. Sweater is 33 years old, still holding up.
Yeah, it's a good sweater.
You're doing good. Well, that's good. We like it when people are doing good.
So when I was on Sparkle-a-thon, I was told by Crafting Journey
Mm-hmm.
to start adding my husband much more often than I do.
Yep.
And I talked to
intro.
Jeff about it, and he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Would you be willing to do the whip and chats with me? And would you be willing to do the what is it? The resin pours
Resin pours.
with me?"
Mm.
So
Yeah, pretty much.
So long story short, Jeff and I talked it over, and he says yes, he would be willing to do it.
Mm.
So he is going to be one of the main people in my whip and chats, and I'm talking about my live whip and chats.
I hope I'm the only person in your whip and chat, but I'd hate to have some like random stranger come knocking on the door. Hey, I heard you were doing a whip and chat. Wonder if I come in? Yes, we mind. Who are you? And how did you find us? There's no physical address given. And I'll be going, honey, I'll keep the guy at the door distracted while you call the police. So yeah, hopefully just me. If you do hear another voice, just call the police in Australia generally and let them know what's going on.
So
that's 000 for you people who are outside of Australia.
Yeah, 000. Talk about 911 in America and 000 in Australia.
I don't know what the number is to call Australia in the first place, though. Yeah, you can just imagine the phone call. Hey, hi, this is the Australian police. What are you calling about? I'm afraid there's some trouble at the Rivka's Craft Corner. Uh-huh, and where's that? Never mind, bye. Is this not going to work? Might have to deal with it ourselves.
So,
why do you have a knot?
In the world.
You didn't put that in there?
I didn't put this in here.
Random knot. That was done by somebody who really doesn't like people to do crocheting. Random knot right in the middle of the string. Or sorry, yarn. Yarn is the technical term. Yarn.
Oh, brother.
As you say with a deep southern accent, you've got to really stretch the R out. It's a yarn. What?
111. Yes.
There you go.
111. 101 goes into the messages, so you can check your messages. It's hilarious.
Probably not in New Zealand, though. They probably have something different.
I don't know what it is in New Zealand. So do I. This is what I call the shell stitch. The reason why I call it the shell stitch, you can see a shell look on it. It's like one of my favorite ones. My husband, he says, explain what a shell stitch is. And so I tried to explain.
Particularly a scallop shell, we've decided.
Yeah.
Not just any standard shell. I would having heard about it, I want to see you do a cowrie shell now.
What?
A cowrie shell. Or a nautilus.
I don't know how to do a nautilus or that.
Maybe you should learn.
I don't think they have such a stitch called the nautilus.
Well, if you did it, you'd be famous. You could make the Nautilus stitch. Because Nautiluses are cool.
Yeah, aren't they awesome though?
I love
I
Nautilus.
love this stitch. It's like I'm right now working on a shawl myself.
Oh, well done, Lisa. She says she made a show doing the shell stitch when she was 11.
Trover.
Hmm?
You mean Jeffrey, my husband?
I think he's trying to say Trevor. But no, my name is Jeff. Last time I looked.
Yeah, his name is definitely Jeff.
It says so on my birth certificate.
That's who I married. So I was thinking, I had a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I had one person who was said, um, Rivka, oh, it's Koala Craft on here. Hi, Terry. How are you doing, hon? Tomorrow we have our collab going, so that's gonna be exciting.
Yes, and that's a hello to Koala from me as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm just finishing the stitch. I'm just showing you what the this is a shell stitch, and I love this shell stitch. I can easily make like a pot holder out of it.
That's like a teapot. Okay? Not any illegal substances. Yes, g'day.
Yeah, good day. So I've been, like I said, I was told in the Sparkle-a-thon to I love you, Rivka, but you need to add your husband into your chats, your lives. So because
Probably because I can learn something.
no more
You know,
like
if I keep
more
watching
like
your lives for
no
like,
no
say,
no
maybe
no more
3 years, I might be able to put a crochet hook. Might be able to put yarn on a crochet hook after 3 years. What do you think?
you tried.
I did. I succeeded.
You succeeded in making a
I said, well, that's exhausting. I'm done for the day.
yep. Yep. I'm but anyways, back to what I was saying. So my husband, so I was told add my husband into my lives, and that will probably build my channel up. I don't know. Um,
Mm,
they see a lot of people seem to like to hear my husband's voice.
mm.
A lot of people.
Must be the accent.
Oh, definitely the accent.
Mm.
I remember that day. You could go ahead and tell them that one.
Mm-hmm. The first time I spoke on the phone to the lovely lady who is now my wife, she didn't tell me this until afterwards. But I do notice that I was repeating myself quite a bit because I hadn't modified my accent in any way, and I was just going flat out like I usually would talking to anybody else in Australia, which didn't work very well because, as I said, I had to repeat myself quite a few times.
Yeah, I was reading Lisa. That is absolutely wonderful that you made a beautiful blanket for your daughter at 3, and she is. Did she take her blanket with her? And it starts with a J, not a G.
Hmm. Anyway, sometime later, I learned from my wife. She said she was talking to somebody else. I know who. Talking to somebody else, and she was telling them, I don't know half of what he said, but oh my, that voice. So, um, and there was general agreement, wasn't there, dear?
Mhm.
Because she was also listening to the phone call.
Mhm.
And you told her in no uncertain terms that that was your voice and you were going to keep it.
Yep.
And you did.
Yep. I'm happily married to it.
hmm That's true. That's true. I do not have an accent. Everybody else does, except for the other Australians. I was telling people before that Australia is actually in charge of the world. We just haven't let the rest of you know about it because we're too busy enjoying life here in Australia to be bothered actually
I'm
ruling.
sorry to hear that, Lisa. That your daughter didn't have no children.
Well, not so far. Not so far.
Hmm.
You know, but the daughter's still young from what I can make out.
Yeah, 36. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought Lisa said she was 36.
No, her daughter is.
Yeah, you want to scroll back up through the chat?
I'm pretty sure I read it right.
I thought it was her that said she was 36. I thought she said I'm 36. Or did she mean her daughter was 36?
I'm pretty sure I read she said her daughter was 36.
I'm going to roll it up. What do you think?
Ah.
Oh, it doesn't want any. Well, there you go. No, there it is. I'm 36. Look, look, look. Read for yourself.
Oh, you're. That's Diamond Queen. That wasn't Diamond Queen.
Oh, I got the wrong one. Cool, that's what happens when...
I was telling you, it was Lisa Brown who said her daughter was 36.
No. Nobody said they were 36 except for Diamond Queen, who said she's 36. Oh, they're both 36. Well, there you go. Well, they need to get together and have a chat and figure out what the heck was going on there. I reckon that they were all like Diamond Queen's parents and like Lisa were all at a big party one night or something. I'm spreading rumors now online to like whoever watches. Is it a good? It's a pretty good rumor. What do you think? You want to be part of that rumor, Lisa? No. Yeah. Either that or there was. Mate, you know what I think? I think there was. I think about 37 years ago there was a series of blackouts in the area. That's what I think. Mm-hmm. Blackouts lead to children. That's why you don't want to have any blackouts. Makes me wonder how bad the electricity, and it actually works, you know, because in a lot of places where they don't have electricity at all, they have like 9 children or something.
Yeah.
So there you go. You don't want to have kids? Stay away from blackouts. That's your genetics lesson for the day.
That's
What?
how you make the shell stitch.
Hmm.
I'm gonna stop right there.
And that's how you unravel the shell stitch. Uh-huh. Well, that's good.
That would make you so much younger.
Yeah. There you go. You're getting your HTTPS site put up by Oddie. Thank you, Oddie.
Yep. But there you go. This is how you do the shell stitch, and this is just a little test run. But it's just so you know, this is the shell stitch.
That's pretty amazing. You didn't have anything when you started, did you?
No.
That's been done in what? 15 minutes? 20?
20 minutes.
20 minutes? It's pretty amazing.
Now back to doing my normal.
Do you know how much I would have got done in 20 minutes? I think I probably would have gotten the hook tied on. Like the yarn tied onto the hook. Maybe.
This is actually a beautiful shawl I'm making. And I haven't fully finished it.
Are you making it for anyone in particular? Because you usually make a shawl for somebody.
I'm making, this is actually a 100% cotton wool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not wool, but
cotton yarn.
And it's a prayer shawl, so.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
That's awesome. Awesome that you have some grandkids.
Hmm. You know what I heard from someone the other day? They said, if I'd known that the grandkids would have been so much fun, I would have had them first.
Yeah. So this is, like I said, it's back to the shawl that I'm making. I just was showing you how to do a swatch. That's what they call it when you are making a pattern for yourself to learn how to do
Hmm.
something. That's called a swatch.
Now, Lisa, are you the type of grandmother that, like, when you're babysitting for the grandchildren, you make sure that they get plenty of sweet fizzy drinks just before they go home, or you know, what's the situation?
You're mean.
Yeah, that's why you married me, right?
Not your meanness, no.
Oh, well, I might have to reconsider that. I might have to be nice.
I only have 5 minutes.
That's just going to have to, like, that's a whole new shift in my personality.
Oh, my poor husband.
Imagine having to be nice all the time to everybody.
And Lisa says, absolutely, I spoil my grandkids.
Uh huh. Carl said, "I will be."
Mhm.
Are you having the grandchildren over sometime soon, Koala? Is that the case?
She has a grandchild,
Well, grandchild.
a granddaughter.
Yes, just one. Hmm. I have one, but she's like, borrowed. She's actually yours.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. You know.
But my granddaughter doesn't talk to me, neither does my daughter.
No, no. I think it's kind of interesting, that the day you and I got married, I became a stepfather and a step grandfather all at the same day. I was like, I didn't have any kids. What the heck? Yes, definitely hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Press all the buttons.
I think there's only a thumbs up button and there's a bell button.
No, but if you press all the buttons on the keyboard at once, you bound to hit one of them. And you can write some really interesting stuff sometimes. That's how I got
Yeah,
my. That's
that's
how I got my
awesome,
name on
Mommy.
IMVU. I just hit all the buttons at once. Then I changed it a little bit so it sounded like a name. Woo! 10. I'm so impressed. Yeah, all the buttons.
So let me know in the comments if you like this new setup where I have my husband doing the commentary. And if you want me to add him into the show uh, for my whips and chats and my resin pours. I'd
Okay.
love to know your guys' views. Please put it in a comment when the video is completely uploaded and let me know.
Mm. And at some point, we'll be doing a diamond painting together at the same time.
Yes, this one's so exciting. This one's so exciting, but we have to figure out how we're going to set it up because my husband,
I'm thinking the dining room table.
I'm thinking the dining room table, but we have to go fix those things. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I thought he would. I thought a lot of people seem to like his voice, so. And I had Rebecca tell me, well, I love you, Rivka, but you need to make your husband more than just a little bit
Mm.
in your
Yeah,
lives.
need to make me. It sounds like you threatened me or something.
No, I didn't threaten you. But I know for a fact there's someone going to be on bed B, and I'm going to probably have to get off. But I thought you guys would like to try out the new change.
Mm.
And
Remember, no applause is necessary. Just send money.
oh, brother.
What?
If you want to send money, or even if you want to do
Am I
a
shameless or
friend
what?
mail,
I'm just totally shameless.
a friend mail, I have it in my description where you can send it to my PO box.
Uh huh.
Do it or else,
Uh huh.
brother.
Yeah.
No, I would never make my husband do.
See,
He doesn't want to
I've
do.
got sympathy.
Oh, brother.
I probably don't deserve sympathy. What?
Well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave now because I only have like a minute to get off. So
Have a great day, everyone, or
thank
evening.
thank you for watching this. If you love my video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please ring the bell where I don't know where I put my bell anymore. But ring the bell so you know when I upload another video. And last but not least, please comment. Definitely comment and let me know what you think of this new upgrade to my WIP and chats and my resin pours.
Shalom.
Aw, I'm so happy you love it, Lisa. So many blessings, guys, and shalom. Love from Rim.